Hello everybody, how are you doing? First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has and does watch this channel. I know we're not a huge channel, but I'm so excited to say that we've hit our 1 year mark since I have taken this to a full channel. If you look, I think somewhere you can see the history of a channel and stuff, and you'll see that I actually created this back in 2011. The reason for that was because we had moved away. Then we were trying to send video to family and stuff. I knew I could upload to YouTube privately and just send the links to family and whatnot so that they could see the kids grow. That's what we did. And then a year ago, I decided, why keep it private? It's actually kind of fun to share, and I love the idea of vlogging and just keeping track of our life, not to mention to share the many things we have learned over the years. Because as being a large family, there's a lot of things to learn. So here we are a year later. Now, what has happened in the last year? Okay, quick rundown. I'm going to keep this as short as I can. I'm going to show you what else is going on around the house. So a year ago, we were living in a much smaller house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It was like 2,300 square feet, which isn't a horrible house by any means, but there were 9 of us. And for half of our time there, well, not quite half, the basement was unfinished, which meant there were 9 of us in 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. No, sorry, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. There were 2 bathrooms upstairs. We never got the bathroom in the basement finished. The new owners have done that though. Anyhow, so that's where we started. A year ago, February, we started the adoption process, which we are still working on, and I'll get more on that in just a bit. And last spring, late spring, this house that we are in now actually came on the market. I'm going to keep switching hands here because I'm realizing that the camera gets really shaky. Anyhow, this house came on the market, and there was a whole back and forth. It took a lot of effort, honestly, to get this house because a lot of things that happened, not so much the loan process that happened at first because we had a crooked mortgage guy, but just trying to get the house and come to an agreement on everything. Fast forward, we sold that other house the end of July. We were homeless for a few weeks. So thankfully, my parents were in a new, larger house that they had room for us for those couple weeks. Then middle of August, we got to move into this house. This house is a 9-bedroom, 9-bathroom house. I have several videos on that. If you guys want to go through, there's actually a playlist just for the house. So where I talk all about it and where I give tours of the rooms and things like that, if you want to check that out. Anyhow, fast forward a month from there, and things started to fall apart. In that first month, we actually had to replace the sheetrock in a closet downstairs because of mold. We found a couple other little things really annoying. We were able to take care of them. But then a month in, we tragically found out that there was severe mold through the entire kitchen, and it had to be ripped out. We lived with half a kitchen because half of it was tarped off to seal off the mold area. Because the rest of it was under the linoleum, and the mold company told us that that acted as a vapor barrier. We were okay for the time being, but it had to be taken care of. So we lived with the tarp in the kitchen for a while with only partial access, and then we ripped it all out. We didn't. We paid somebody to come in, rip it out, treat the mold, take care of that, and then we were completely kitchenless. Again, more videos I've done previously. We have replaced the kitchen. We got that done in November-ish. Still not done. We've got a lot of little details that we got to finish, but it is amazing. That video is actually, I'm either going to post that one right before this video or right after. So just watch within a day of this video, and you should see the kitchen tour of everything we have done so far, and I talk about what else we are doing so you can kind of get a visual for that. Okay, so then fast forward a little bit farther. We are moving on with the adoption process. We have inquired on several kids throughout the year. Things have not worked out for one reason or another. There has been some that didn't work out by our choosing because they were not going to be the right fit for the needs in this family or vice versa. There were some that we were not approved for because somebody else decided we were not the right fit. And it was heartbreaking, but that was their choice. And so we don't fault anybody for that. Again, I think I've talked about that in other videos. So this is why this is a really fast recap. From there, we have moved forward. There is a sibling group that right now we are working on. I'm not going to give too many details because honestly, it's actually too easy to find information if I give very many details, and I don't need that out right now. We will let you guys know when we know something else. I will say that we have been in talks with our agency here because we have to update our home study again if we go through with the sibling group, because there are a couple more kids than what we have previously been approved for. We did not change the number when we moved to this house. We were approved for up to 3 kids. That's the only hint I'm giving, guys. We were approved up to 3 kids in the 4-bedroom house, which would have put 10 kids and us in a 4-bedroom with an office. It actually still worked because it was more spacious than it sounds. But moving into a 9-bedroom house, we updated for the house itself, but we did not change that number. We didn't even think about doing it, honestly. So now we need to. We are waiting right now for the other state to get back to us with information on the kids because the worker here, we had a meeting with her and her supervisor, and they have agreed to go ahead and do it as long as the information comes in about those kids and everything is a fit. So, that was a really fast recap. And I look at this and that's like 6 minutes worth of talking, but that was an entire year in 6 minutes. All right, so that's where we're at with everything right now. I am kind of changing the focus of the channel. I've spent the last year trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing, how to do it, and all that stuff. So I'm going to stick to doing reviews of certain products that as a large family we find work for us, as well as food related, because that is actually where part of this channel has been focused anyhow, was on the number of allergies in our family. And we have 2 children who have severe peanut allergies. One of them also has an egg allergy, not to mention other allergies to wheat, corn, soy, dairy, pineapple, and raspberries. Okay, that's between 3 other people. And some of those are shared between some people as well. So some things we have to completely avoid. Some things we just really monitor and make sure certain people don't eat. It's a lot of work. So I share a lot of recipes that we have come up with because I know we're not the only ones who deal with this. And it's always nice to come up with other allergy-friendly recipes. So that, along with our groceries, along with just a little bit of daily large family life, not to mention I 100%, as the weather warms up, will be sharing more about our adventures around the Black Hills because that's where we live. And guys, it is beautiful. If you have never been to the Black Hills, you should. I mean, think Mount Rushmore, but there's so much more to it. Not to mention, for any large families watching, this is actually a large family friendly area. And I say that because being in the Black Hills, there's a lot of cabins and you can rent cabins for a lot of people, which makes staying somewhere as a large family really easily because if any of us know, hotel rooms don't always work depending on the size of your family. Not to mention too, entrance fees to a lot of places, not everywhere, but a lot of places, you can do a family pass for far cheaper than paying for individual entrance fees. A little trick if you didn't know that, I'd start checking into it. We buy family passes almost everywhere we go, even if we're only going the one time because it still saves us money. And then it gives us the option to go back if we're going to be able to, which is always nice. So I don't know what else to say from that point. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go around. I'll show you guys some of the things happening. We have done a lot of updates to the house. So I'll show you some of that. Okay, super fast run through of all the projects that we have completed in the new house so far. Kitchen, this is what we've got done so far. You can see the entire video for that in a separate video that I will have either just posted or I'm about to. Let's go see the others. Sunroom is the next thing. This had the nasty, really low office carpet that is in the house. That we ripped that out. It smelled like smoke because I think they used to smoke in here. We actually found a really large remnant that fit in here. It's really plush, but it does not stay very warm out here. So the cabinets are sitting out here waiting to be painted to go into the kitchen. Everything else out here is the same for the moment, although we have big plans for this someday. We got a new trampoline. Sean got that set up. That sits right outside here out the back door so that the kids can play on it. Really quick, beautiful view. It's a very frosty day today and I'm not wearing a jacket. All right. We also put up this motion detector light. It is solar powered, which is really handy because the old light right there that was on all the time, it was light censored, but it died. And we actually can't even figure out where it ties into the breaker panel to turn it off to replace it. So we found this alternative. We like the fact that it's solar powered and it comes on as soon as we open the door to let the dog out. So at night, he's got that light, but it's not on all the time. And if something or someone should come to the back door, it lets us know, which it has do. We've had some random cats and stuff come to the door. Nothing dangerous. So, oh, and when the deer pass by. So it's a little annoying because that we see that light come on. But let's go see the rest. This one isn't super exciting, but it's actually really nice. The sconces on either side of the fireplace, we replaced those. They were a really hideous brassy gold color. And yeah, well, it was hideous and it just detracted from the wood and everything. But that is our fireplace, and I love those sconces. We actually have the exact same ones, but these ones are turned on, so it's harder to see them. We've got those ones right around the stairwell. Now let's go downstairs and see what else we've done there. Okay, really quick in the middle of all of this, I wanted to pop in and show you guys something we have not done. I had to give up all of my shelves that I normally use to store my craft supplies in order to put in the laundry room for a makeshift pantry while the kitchen was torn apart. And we have not finished clearing those off yet, so I don't have them yet. So this is my office and craft room that has literally just become the dumping ground for everything that we don't know what to do with it yet or that's been in the way. And all these totes and boxes and stuff are things that need to be organized onto my shelves. That's an upcoming project in itself. This room I showed on Instagram. This one had hideous 80s blue carpet. If you want to scroll back through the pictures, you can find that. We put in this flooring instead, and she loved to refer to the walls as cat pee yellow. So she painted, now that I can step in here to this light, you can see the color better. This gray and dark teal color. I will tell you, this room smells like teenager. But we've got to finish putting the trim on around the closet. She wants a curtain up over that, and she's actually got a really nice deep closet, if you can't tell there. We do have future plans still for her bathroom, but that's down the road. And this room, you also may have seen pictures of this one on Instagram. This is another one that we put this new flooring in. This one had well, it actually had similar carpet to this, if I remember correct. Really low pile, office type carpet. And it smelled horrific in this room. It smelled like smoke. But we also found out that the closet was completely full of mold, and we had to rip out pretty much the entire closet, which is part of what spurred the trim replacement and all of that. We've got a little spots patch there, and I still have to paint up along the edges. She was afraid of touching the ceiling, so when she picked this color, we've been putting in all the trim and everything. And again, she hasn't decided if she wants closet doors back on there or if we're going to hang a curtain. So that one's a work in progress, but she just actually moved into this room in the last week. And she is so excited to finally have her own space. It might be temporary. See, the bleach is still living on her ledge, apparently, from when we were taking care of mold. Come behind her door here to show you. This is one of the few rooms that does not have a half bath. And there was actually mold at the bottom of the back of this wall too. So we had to take that out. Found this brickboard paneling that's really cute. And we've got some ideas the way we're going to finish off the edge here and cap it. But in the meantime, she's got her little nook, and her room is as clean as ever, because this is one of my really clean kids. All right, so that is the majority of the projects that we've done around the house. The other thing that Sean did do was change the outside lights. We put in some LED lights that automatically turn on and off depending on the lighting outside. Something we've had in a previous house. We loved them, found them at Costco. Gotta love Costco. So that is really the updates we've done to our house. And now you've heard the updates from the last year and where we're going from there. So welcome to 2019. Anyhow, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this little update. Let me know what you think of the videos I've been putting up, stuff you want to see. If there's anything you specifically want to see, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to do it for you. And in the meantime, I'm going to go get some other stuff done while you guys don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and we will see you in the next one. I almost completely forgot to show you guys that we replaced all of the doorknobs through the entire house. They were just a gold brass standard doorknob. Finish was chipping off. So we have put, this is a dark hallway, we've put these rubbed bronze scroll handles on the doors, on pretty much everything, except like this one we put a standard round knob in the same finish because, come around here, this is the utility room. It's a really heavy door to begin with, and we don't want the little kids, especially Micah, he can open the scroll handles, but he's not very mastered with those yet. So that keeps him out of the utility room and things safe as far as that goes.